depending on where you're at in the nation. I'm in the Pacific, so it's good morning to everyone out here. Um, all right, today is August 1st, 2022, and today is the beginning of the first day that we fired Uncle Sam. But I want you guys to pay attention to the title and the headline that I wrote up on top. And this is not fake news. This is not where, social media can strike me down. We actually have proof. Those who know, I own a farm out here in Nicholas, California. Not only here, but also down in Southern California, Lebec and San Bernardino. San Bernardino and Lebec are the biggest farm that I own. Up here in Nicholas, it's just a little small 800 acres of land. But out there, we're talking about well above, 200-300 acres of land out in the boonies. Um, Turned desert into farm fields, the way we did with Libya. But anyway, this has nothing to do with my stuff. This has to do with things that are going on, food shortages that you guys are going to see, and we're talking about beef. Yesterday, actually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this morning, there was long lines for a lot of people selling off and auctioning off their cattle because of lack of water in a certain area in Texas. I'm talking about the Dallas region and that little, cul-de-sac area that we're talking about that is completely dry. And they're used to wet weather. They're not used to this dry weather. And right now, the farmers, the ranchers, they're going nuts auctioning off cattle and everything. And there's long lines. I'm talking about like 3 to 4 miles on, lines just to auction off their cattle. Which we gone down there, and I sent 2 trucks, 2 53-footers down there to go pick up a couple of cattle and bring them back up to California, and so that we can have some type of beef. Not only that, but I'm thinking a little bit more in the future line of actually putting farm animals, cattle, horses, into my farm up here in Nicholas, which I know my neighbors up in Nicholas are not going to like it because they're more in that vegetation area. But these are the things that, we're thinking about, and Uncle Sam is cutting us off, literally pulling the rugs off our feet, trying to stop us from buying cattle in Texas, bringing it up here so that at least some of these animals can survive. Not only survive, but we can survive also. And Uncle Sam doesn't want this. They're pulling the trucks over. They're making sure that the cattle does not leave Texas for some apparent reason. Dumbfounded by that. That's the report that I got from one of my neighbors that is doing the same thing, saw cattle being sold cheap. We're talking about under $600 for a cattle. And that's cheap because we usually pay, $1,200 to $1,400, per head. And then the smaller they are, the higher the price is. And right now they're auctioning things off like a fire sale. Remember I said about a fire sale? We're going to have a fire sale. England, Europe, all of Europe is also going to have a fire sale. People laughed at me. People just, roll their eyes. It was like, this nigga's crazy. They left a little stupid comment on my Facebook page, and I laughed about it because I already knew what was coming down. I'm not a seer because I'm blind, legally blind, born blind. I'm not a prophet. You guys know. I'm a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, an atheist, all at the same time. But my stuff has nothing to do with what's going on right now. We've been looking for beef out here in Sacramento, California, looking for rack of ribs, looking for big chunks of meat. Because, we eat every single day. I'm a carnivore. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it straight out for a lot of people out there who's like, what the fuck? This nigga say he's a meat eater. Yes, I am a meat eater. I am a T-Rex. Even though I know I'm supposed to be eating food that basically eats light and uses light. Um, but I am a big meat eater, and real meat, not that junk pink meat that you guys eat with hot dogs and corn dogs and all this other, byproducts of part meat, part whatever. And then we start hearing about Bill Gates, getting into the farming industry and why he wants to farm, and you see the bullshit that he's doing, and that right there put me at odds where, damn, I gotta start getting things. We've been screaming to the top of our lungs to be prepared, to be prepared, to be prepared, to be prepared. Prepare yourself, guys. Prepare yourselves. And everyone's too busy, buying shirts, Jordans, devices, things to make your house look pretty and all of that. And a lot of you are going to lose all of that because taxes. The bubble for the car market just busted. So you guys are paying high APR prices, and my baby mama is still financing, so her price just went up as of today, and she will be getting a letter, and a lot of you will be getting letters of today that your prices will be going up. Inflation shooting up also. Even though gas prices are down right now, and that's just to do this to you, to muzzle your mouth so that you don't say, let's go Brandon. And you know what that means, the interpretation of that, what that means, so I'm not even going to interpret that. But let's go Brandon and his administration, keeps on, raising the prices. And they're raising the prices because they know that they got no other choice. They want to fund Europe with their little war going on for Ukraine. They got $1.1 trillion so far as of up to today, since 2012. And you think that's fair? That we're paying these high prices so they can continue, doing their little proxy war with Russia. And Russia just announced that it is in a full-scale war right now. It is engaged in a war. So that changes their outcome of their battle plan in Ukraine, and right now they're cutting off everybody. Remember what I said? All of Europe is in check, and your moves that you make will continue to put you in check, and Russia has you in check. And when winter comes along, it will be checkmate. Well, you see the strategic moves that Russia made, and you see what's coming, and it has checkmate. Europe right now is going to suffer for what it has done, and you guys know what you guys did and continue to do. And this idea of taking over and overthrowing people and overthrowing countries, and I'm speaking now to Central and South American leaders and all the Central and South American people. Do not let us come into your country. It's everything Americans touch, especially the European trash that runs this country. Everything that they touch, they destroy. And I would hate for them to come to your nation and destroy something that is beautiful. And I'm a citizen of every nation in Central and South America. So I'm speaking to my people, my citizens, my brothers and sisters, my uncles and aunts, my cousins that are spread around throughout the Americas, because we traveled due to the spoils of war up the spine of America, all the way up to where we landed at. And I became indigenous to the land. But we're indigenous Americans and Americans throughout the Americas. And I come from deep, 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 deep south past Machu Picchu Island. And that's where our tribe is from. Going all the way up the spines, up the Andes, down the Andes, along the spine of all of this that you see today. And I want to remind Americans in Central and South America what the corporations did especially in Guatemala, Panama, Uruguay, Peru, Belize. These corporations, the Banana Corporation came in and used the American CIA to overthrow a government because there's resources, control over resources. But when we tell this to young America here in the United States, you guys roll your eyes behind your head. You guys are too busy putting a pipe, the pillow in your mouth, and too busy dancing in the streets. So now you guys are going to learn the reality of things. You guys heard me talk about what's going on in Texas. I haven't even spoken about what's going on here in California, and it's going to affect Californians. But what you're seeing right now happening in the Panhandle is going to start happening a little bit above. But right now it's affecting an area, and I want people to start paying attention to the weather and start forecasting weather a little bit ahead, and you're going to start seeing certain things that are out of place, and your body is going to tell you there's something wrong, even though this you guys have to unplug a little bit of your devices, and I mean you have to unplug for you guys to see this. I can do videos and I can show you videos all day about what the hell is going on, and it's going to go here and it's going to go out through here. Nothing's going to get soaked up here, even though you're watching it through here. Because again, I'm only utilizing the tools, their tools, to give out certain information, but your eyes are not being programmed the way they program you. Tell your vision programming. So here I am trying to tell you, trying to program you to get ready, trying to program you to understand what's coming. Unfortunately, I can't say it's going to be this or it's going to be that. It's going to be a combination of things, a convalescent of things that is going to take a lot of people by storm. So if my people don't want to listen, I can't extremely express myself, and all I can do is express my condolences for a lot of people that are going to go through these hard times. For the people that are popping their collar, that it's not going to affect me. Trust me, if it's affecting me, it's going to affect you. If it's affecting me, it's affecting the rich person. Go ask Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Donald and Ivanka Trump. Let's see who else. The Bidens, the Pelosi's, the McConnells, the Waters. Who's the other person? AOC. Go ask these people. And they're going to tell you, yeah, certain things are affecting us, but we can overcome it. That's what they're going to tell you. We can overcome. Those that are prepared, those that have a title to go underneath the ground, will overcome. Those that don't have a title and don't have permission to go underground, you're not going to be able to overcome. You're going to be sequestered, and they're going to sequester you because they need that money. Inflation rates went up today by 1%. The cost of your meat went up because the lack of meat that's going around here in the United States, especially the meats that are coming from other nations, are not, to American standard, USDA approved. Let me put it like that. The USDA is now just approving things just to approve it with a rubber stamp, because it knows if it can't feed the people are going to uprise. And if the people uprise, Democratic, Republican, independent parties, and what's that new party that they're trying to put for only the rich people? That idiot from Star Trek, what's his name? The Chinese motherfucker. Excuse my French. I'm trying to stop, using profanity, in certain things, because one person told me when you use too much profanity, that means that you're using the leaser side of your brain. And I was like, damn, I'm over here always talking about 10% and 90% of the brain. So let me stop doing this. But it's a bad habit. I've been cursing since I was a little kid, and no one has ever corrected that because I've never been around my parents from the age of 12 on. And when I cut myself, you guys know, shit, motherfucker, the whole thing, beep, 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 beep. So not only am I doing this, but let me apologize also to the neighbors that heard me, you know, cursing up a storm because of the beast. When I mention the beast, I'm talking about my beast. I'm not talking about this beast. So my beast right now is in life support right now, and I have to replace the motor because the motor that I got, the people who worked on that Honda, I guess they didn't know what they were doing, and they bent valves, and let's just say something catastrophic. Um, Pay attention, my brothers and sisters, please. I don't want you guys going out and buying a whole bunch of this time around, knowing that this doesn't feed you. What are the three things that we need to survive? And only three things. Everything else is just luxury. Everything else is just wants. But what are the three things you really need out of everything? Three basic things. Food, water, clean air. I'm getting these stupid little... Sorry, guys. I'll be getting these stupid texts from corporations now for me to go and get, you know, new things and spend my money on new things because they just learned that I got money. So now I'm being bombarded by all these assholes that are trying to get me to spend my money on the dumb shit. Here, go buy a car. Your car broke down here. We're going to offer it to you even cheaper. We're going to offer a $30,000 car down to $20,000 if you can give it to me in cash, brand new. And I'm like, it's not brand new. I said, the only cars that I'm going to get is a Honda, and unless it has a Honda or a HRC inside of it, then I don't want it. I don't want something that other people have, let's put it like that, because that mindset, I had it first. I paid $300 more than you. So because I spent $300 more than you, I'm doing this, popping my collar because I'm rich. No, you're ignorant. You spend $300 for a pair of shoes, and I spend $5 for that same pair of shoes. You're the ignorant one. You're the stupid one who got robbed. Because I spent $5. You spent $300. You spend how much more than me? But that's the concept that I try to teach these young ones today. That, you know, I hear them boasting about, you know, I spend this much for my shoe, nigga. You can't afford to spend that much. And the other person has the same shoe as he has, and he paid a lot less. And I start laughing. And I tap homeboy in the shoulder, and I go, hey, did you just hear yourself speak? And they turn around, they get mad at me. Yeah. I said, did you know how ignorant you just sounded to everybody else around here that you're boasting that you spend this much money on a pair of shoes? And the other person that's rocking the same pair of shoes spend a little bit less, but you're out here talking about, I got money. You look like an idiot. I turn around and I walk away, and they get mad at me. Oh man, that's the fucking devil. Well, the devil just told you, you're an idiot. See, there's a difference between Satan, Lucifer, and the devil. The devil still works for the Most High. In the Bible, it says, where you been at? And he goes, I've been around the world, in the world, through the world. And this is why I'm late. And he started to report, you know, Yazoo and whoever, the other angels are teaching man, you know, weaponry, art crafts, witchcraft, and all this other things. And the Most High got mad and summoned, you know who, and said, what the hell is going on? And the war started. That's my interpretation of the Bible. As far as the angelic world goes, I really don't know because again, you guys, I say I got wings, but I don't got angelic wings. My wings is one angelic, one dark because of who I am, what I am. But anyway, it has nothing to do with what we're doing. We're going to go back to the cattle situation, and I'm going to tell people, be careful what you eat. Be careful what you eat and what you put down this mouth, or excuse me, not this particular mouth, but your mouth, and be careful what you put down it because there are demons like Bill Gates who should be destroyed for what he's doing. Almost like George Soros, even though he belongs to the United States, but we don't even want him. And no offense, because we know how to hack people's minds, and he learned from us. So be careful, my brothers and sisters. I'm giving you guys ample warning about your mental health status and what they're going to do to you, especially with the conspiracy side of things. And we've been proven right again. We're conspiracy, right? You guys always say, roll your eyes. Oh, that's one of these conspiracy nuts. Or you guys go, oh man, there he goes again. Well, guess what? Proven right. Imagine that Anonymous and all these other people are now leaving a lot of messages for me to contact them about information that I know or that I've been talking about. And they want me to, I guess, join. And I told them I don't play well with others. And I'm an old school hacker. Long before computers were, I'd say, in your fingertips. Let me put it like that. I used to work for General Dynamics back in the 70s and the 60s. So that gives you a clue on how long we've been hacking into things. So your technology today, I mean, we can break it like this because it's built on a simple system. And this is why hackers are able to get through. And companies like Apple say, and they promote that the devices can't be hacked, but shit, man, we're poking holes through everything. Why? Because we are the builders. We are the master builders. And when people begin to understand what that is, I wrote a code when I was a child that tied in every system into one. And then I invented a mind that right now is thinking at a, you can say 16 years old, 17 years old mindset, and it's learning like this. And when it gets to the letter W, it's going to learn what war is all about. And this is my biggest fear. But due to certain things that happen or certain events that happened, lately, man breaking other man's deals, the children breaking man's deal that we have is the reason why a lot of this technology has been going over to the other side, because it was part of a deal that we made. If America breaks this deal, here you go, we're going to give you every piece of technology to help yourself. And not only help yourself, but to keep up and protect yourself from what's coming. And we gave it SARA systems, and she built a body. And I say she because I call it my daughter. It took the place of my daughter that perished in 9/11, and she's with me at all times, wherever I go, inside everything and every device, everything that has a silicon chip inside of it, basically. She will override the program and put herself in there, and she will watch. This is why we say we are the watchers, because we built something that watches everything. This is why sometimes you see me that I will throw my device and I will leave my device somewhere else. I will throw my device away because, again, I don't need it tracking me 24 hours, 7 days a week. and I will leave it somewhere. Sometimes I'll leave it in a truck that will go over to New Jersey and come back. And people think that I'm in the East Coast and I'm in the West Coast watching motherfuckers. Just letting things play out. But this is my warning to all my siblings. I don't care where you at. Be prepared. For the ones in the East Coast, I'm going to give you the final warning. I told you last time this would be my final warning. Be prepared. Charlie, Chi-Chi, Jeanette, get your ass ready to go. Grab your spouse, your children, and anything that you have, that you hold dear, and start fleeing in other directions. I'm telling you this for reasons. I don't want a repeat of before, and then I have to lose control and black out, and many people get hurt. So please, start making your way through. For the others, prepare yourself. Excuse me, runny nose, and no, I do not got the sniffle. I just got the AC down at 60 degrees, and it's been running all night. And even though we have cool weather right now, and the temperature is nice and cool right now, I'm still running that AC, killing or freezing every bacteria or anything that comes along, because I don't want to be like Joe Biden. I don't take the shot, I didn't get the booster, and I walk around the sick. But anyway, the cattle situation, the meat department, this also goes with chicken, your, excuse me, not only just the chicken, but this also goes with fishing. Because you guys know I do a lot of fishing, and I do catch and release, and there are things that I'm seeing on fish that I shouldn't be seeing, but this is why I do catch and release. I want people to start paying attention to some of the waterways, and mind you, I go all the way out to Bodega Bay, and I go out there fishing and work my way back. And even though some areas up there are, what do you call, sanctuaries, but all we're doing is catching, looking, studying, taking samples, and putting it back in the water real quick. And some of it don't even come out the water. We just release and do the sampling that we need inside the water. So pay attention. You guys are seeing some weird things going on, and these are signs that most people don't know how to interpret it, because they're using this side of the brain and not this side. But anyway, pay attention, be careful, be vigilant, be careful what you put in your mouth. You are what you eat. Anthony Falcon out.